Today's completely unsponsored video is by me, my company, Creaky Chair Models LLC. I'm kind of proud of what I do. I will take on just about anything with trains that will make my customers happy. And the first part of the video today is on a repair I did on an O-scale job here in town. So I hope you learned something from it. And if you have questions, reach out to me at creakychairmodels.com. All of my contact information's on there. Thanks for taking time to watch the video. And if you don't mind, click like on it and subscribe. Thanks. Hey guys, some projects you take on because they're fun. This was a moderately priced little Ferris wheel that was donated to the local Toy Train Collectors Society. They were trying to decide whether to try and fix it or kick it to the curb, and I will insert a picture here to show you what was wrong with it. You'll see inside in the middle there was a little screw there, and that screw was driven through the entire thing by a motor on the other side. It's a friction fit onto the shaft. You'll see I can actually stop it with my finger. It's kind of an effort, but you can stop it. And that screw was loose. I had to pry off the cover, which is right here, and we'll be going on in a bit. I'll glue it on so it's easier to get off should it happen again. But rather than throw it away, simply tightening that screw head down against the piece there, it's working. It's really kind of a neat system. I suspect that these are programmable LEDs. In other words, each actual LED has a number, and there's a simple little interface that tells them when to come on and to do different cycles, and you can see both sides of the thing go back and forth. So that's the first part of today's video. Okay folks, a quick video here on how to add a picture to JMRI's Decoder Pro entries, and also it will be used on throttle and or engine driver when you select the locomotive if you have the preferences. We'll go through that portion of it later. The first thing we have to do is you have to have a utility to take a picture. The Twister OS we covered in the last video does not have that ability. So we have to add a program. I will show you how. The first thing you do is you come down here to the thing that looks like the Microsoft Store, but it's actually the Linux Store. All right? And the name of the program we're going to use is called Cheese. So you come up here to the search bar at the top and you type C-H-E-E-S-E, cheese, and enter. It's going to go out and look on the web for any applications with cheese. The first one that shows up should be the one we want to use. Yes, it says cheese-3.3190-1. Says tool to take pictures and videos from your webcam. The nice thing about this is it does use the webcam. You just plug in any old webcam and you can take a picture. Now, we're going to do this. Now, ordinarily you would click OK. I already have it installed, so I don't need to do that. Okay? The next thing you have to do is find cheese. There's a couple ways to do it. Here's the way I like to do it. You click the Start button. You come up to All Apps, and you go over and you scroll down until you see it. Once you've downloaded it, it's right there. You can then right-click on it and add it to your favorites, and that way you'll know right where it is. So when you come up here to favorites, cheese is right there. All right? I also have added it to my corner down here, and you can move this around, and you do it the same way. It's called, you add it to the taskbar. So we're just going to launch cheese. Okay, and you'll see that my webcam, again, this is an inexpensive webcam, and the lighting here in the office is not great, but it's good enough for a demo. Doing it on the bench in the shop it works pretty good. So we'll go ahead and we'll take this picture, and you do that simply by clicking this little button here in the center. All right, it gives you a 3-second countdown, and then it takes the picture. Now from here, you're going to right click on that picture and you're going to do a save as. Okay, I'm going to put it in documents. Now what I would ordinarily do is I would add a another folder in here. All right, so what I've decided to do is show you how to add a folder on here. It's pretty simple, just like Windows. So what you do is you come down here on the bottom and you'll see this little folder icon here. You click on this and this is what opens up. You then click on the Documents folder, because that's just where I like to keep things. It keeps it simple for backups. Now you'll do a right click and you see where it says Create Folder. So you just create the folder and then you type the name in. I'm just going to call it Pics. Okay? And you do Create. So you come back here to this window, all right? And the Pics directory, the Save As, is here. So you're going to double click on this and open it, and then you're going to do Save right here. Okay? You can go in later and change the name back here. You know, if you go to the Pics folder here, which is still open, right click and do Rename. And we'll go ahead and just call it 8241. And then do Rename. Okay, so we're done with this. We can close this. And we're done with cheese, so we can close this. Okay? Now we're going to come over here to our locomotive 8241. And we're back in JMRI on the roster page. And you're going to go to Labels and Media. And you'll see that JMRI automatically imports all of the functions that are available for the economy that's in this locomotive. Anything that's additional or it's changed, you can go over here and change it. But what you do is you go to Roster Media, and then I guess we shouldn't have closed that window, but we'll open it up, no big deal. And you go back to Documents, Pics, and take this picture and you're going to left click it and you're going to drag it right up here into this portion. And you see it put it right in there. From there you're going to do Save to Roster. Once you do that, you can close this Labels and Media window. And if you select that locomotive again, you'll see that the picture shows up down here in the bottom left. And also, when we cover WeThrottle or Engine Driver on the next video, you'll see that that same picture will show up here. If you use your cell phone, you can attach your cell phone and use it as a drive and download the pictures from that. Or if you use a cloud drive, there is a OneDrive app for Linux that you can use. So that's available to you. And but this locomotive will show up. Now it's handy in an operating session because you're going to hand the hostler will hand over the order sheet to the engineer and say, okay, you've got 8241. Well, he probably doesn't have a clue. It'll say an RS3, but this way, when he calls it up on his throttle, the picture of it will be right there, and there'll be no doubt in his mind what locomotive it is. So again, this camera doesn't take great pictures. They're okay. But in good lighting and on a bench with some scenery, these pictures come out pretty nice. I think this is a handy little utility for you guys to have for JMRI. And like I said, maybe in our next video or one or two out, I will cover using WeThrottle and Engine Driver at simple low levels and show you what the picture looks like and how the function keys look and all that. Thanks again for watching, guys.